Okay, so I'm going to teach you today how to make a Google form. So you're going to be in your Google email account, and you're going to come over here and you're going to click on the little button, what do I call it, the grid. I tell my students at school, the 9-square grid, and we're going to create a Google form. So you're going to want to click on More, and you're going to click on Even More if you don't see it yet. And then it's going to come up with an extra window, and you're going to scroll down until you find Google Form. And Google Form looks like, let me find it. It's all the way down under Home and Office, Forms. And it says build a free survey. So we're technically building a survey is basically what it's going to look like. And then you're going to come to this screen right here. I'm going to pop over to my finished product so you see what we're going for. So at the end of this tutorial, you should have a Google form that looks something similar to this. And so I'm going to walk you through the process of making that form. So I'm going to come back over here. This is where I clicked on in my Gmail. I clicked on the square. I clicked on More. I clicked on Even More, and then I scrolled down and I found Google Forms under Home and Office. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here. Once you click on Form, it's going to open up to this new form. You can click here to rename, or you can click here to rename. So I'm going to rename, and I'm going to bounce back and forth between my finished product so I can kind of reference what I've already done. So for my name, I'm going to call it Norwex Order Form. And if you notice, it doesn't name it here. So if you want to, oh, it does. Okay, never mind. So then this is what the form looks like as you're editing. You're going to click here for question title. If you notice that underneath Norwex order form, I have my name and I have Norwex Independent Sales Consultant. And where you're going to write that is in form description. So if I type my name and then I just enter and I put Norwex Independent Sales Consultant. And if you notice right here, it says all changes have been saved in Drive. Google automatically saves things in its Drive as you edit, so you don't have to worry about clicking the Save button. If you would accidentally get X'd out of this form, it's automatically saved for you. So now we're going to come down to our first question. My first question, oh, I'm sorry, I had a little bit more on my product description. So I entered twice and I wrote, please use this form to order your products. If you have any questions, you can email me at, and then I put my email address. So that's where I would type that right there. And I'm just going to put ... so we can continue on. So my first question is host's name. So I'm going to go back here and I'm going to type host's name. And then where it says help text, I can add a little bit of help text. It's not bold. It just kind of tells them maybe more of what I'm looking for in that box. So I wrote, who invited you to the party? Now I'm going to choose what kind of question this is. So I have it as a text question. And that just means that it's going to give them one box to type in. And then make sure that you check this box that says required question. That means that they won't be able to submit the form if there's a red asterisk next to it until they've actually typed something in that box. So that helps prevent them from forgetting really important information and from preventing you to having to contact them for something they may have forgotten. So make sure you click required question. Then you can click done, or you can click add an item. I'm going to click add an item because I want to add my next item. My next item is your first and last name, so that's the customer's. And I think I made each of those capital. Again, I don't need a help text because I don't think that needs any explanation. It's just a text box and it's a required question. Then I'm going to click add an item, and the next one is phone number. No help text for that one. Text box, it's required. If you ever need to edit anything as we go, so if I click add item, if I need to come back here and edit host name if I spelled something incorrectly, just hover over the question and then you'd click on this little pencil that says edit. If I want to duplicate this one, I can duplicate it. If I want to delete it, I can delete it. So you can go back in and edit if you need to. So after phone number, I have email address. I think I capitalized that. I did. And I'm going to see if I can copy and paste. I don't know how successful this will be. In my help text, perfect. In my help text, I wrote, your PayPal invoice will be emailed to this address. This is how you will pay for your products. I had a lot of people asking me after they'd submit a Google form, how am I going to pay you? And I realized I wasn't clear in my help text. I think before I just said your invoice will be sent to this email address, and that wasn't enough information, I was noticing. So I added, this is how you will pay for your products. Again, this is a text box, and it's a required question. The next question says, address you would like your products sent to. I don't know if I capitalized each letter. Nope. And then in parentheses I put no P.O. boxes, please. That just means because Norwex isn't able to ship to P.O. boxes, I wanted to make sure that was indicated on my Google form. And then in the help text, I wrote street, city, state, zip code. I had a lot of people forgetting certain things, especially I think we just sometimes assume that the host, the consultant lives in the same city, state, zip code as us, and so I was getting a lot of people forgetting to include certain things. So I just made sure in the help text to say what I was looking for. This is going to be paragraph text because their answer is going to be longer, or it potentially could be if they push enter and enter it like they would on an envelope or something. This is a required question. Add an item. The next one is enter order here. Enter order here. I keep forgetting to capitalize my letters. And again, I'm going to copy and paste. I'll tell you what I wrote in a second. I wrote, please type out complete item name, quantity, and indicate color where applicable. And that just reminds them that I need as much information from them as possible. This is paragraph text, and this is a required question. The next section, I do a bonus gift if they spend $50. So I type it as spend $50 bonus gift. And bonus was all capitals. Again, you can customize this to your personality to fit you. You can reword things as you like. This is just an example. In the help text, I said, when you spend $50 before tax and shipping, you will receive a free kitchen cloth, $10 value. Please select your color. So I'm going to come back here, and it's actually a multiple choice question. So the first option is salmon, and then you can just add as many options as possible. The next one is blue, and I wrote these in the order that they are in our catalog and website, just so it's easy for them to visualize and remember what color they liked. Latte, buttercream, sorry for the flipping back and forth, orchid, and pomegranate. Oh, I don't want option 9, so I can just click the X. And this is not a required question. So if you notice there's no red asterisk, they do not have to select a color because obviously some people won't spend $50. So I don't check this box and I click add item. And so there it is. The next one is another multiple choice question. I have 2 multiple choice questions at the bottom. The first one says, are you interested in hosting your own Facebook party to earn free Norwex? And then I give them 3 options. There's no help text. It is a multiple choice. I give them 3 options. Yes, let's pick a date. Yes, let's pick a date. I would love to share Norwex with my friends. The second option, I might be interested in the future. I find that people check this one a lot, and all I do is I email them or message them on Facebook, and I say, hi, so-and-so, I noticed you checked you might be interested in the future. And then let's say it's September when they say that. So I say, do you want me to write you down on my calendar for October and touch base with you then and see if you're ready to host a party? And they'll either say, yeah, that sounds great, or they'll say, how about November, or how about December? So I always touch base with them immediately if they check I might be interested in the future. And then we just kind of select a month that they want to host their party, and then I contact them at the beginning of that month. And then the last one says, no, thank you, I'm not interested at this time. 3 super fast, easy choices, and I make this a required question. That way I at least know that everyone has given the thought to hosting a party, and I just like to make it a required question so I know that they read it, and it'll make them pause for a second and be like, hey, maybe I do want to host a party. And the last question I have is about joining my team. And I simply say, would you like information about joining my team as a consultant and sharing the mission of Norwex? It's a little bit long, I will admit, but I just leave it. So you can change it and tweak it how you like. I have help text on this question, and my help text is, even if you're slightly interested, I can send you information. It's always free to join, since it is free to join, always. And then my multiple choice questions are very similar, or multiple choice options. The first one is, yes, I would love to join as a consultant. The next one, I might be interested in the future. This one is a little bit tricky because if someone does check that one, I would just touch base with them and say, hi, I saw that you might be interested. Oh, that didn't copy and paste. I saw you might be interested in joining my team in the future. Is there a good month that you'd like me to check in with you to see if you're ready to join, or something like that? And then you just have to make sure you write it down in your calendar. And then the last one, no thank you, I'm not interested in this at this time. And again, I make this a required question, and then I'm done. So that's my Google form. Then you're going to come up here, and you can view the live form. You can see what it's going to look like as you're going. This is what it would look like right now. And again, my finished product looks like this. So as you can see, I added a cover photo. And how you're going to do that is you're going to change the theme. Sorry if I'm scrolling too fast. You're going to click Change Theme, and you're going to click Customize. So these are all pre-created, pre-formed themes, And if you see one you like, go for it. But you can also upload your own cover photo. So if you click Customize, and then you click Header Image, and you click Choose Image, and then you click Upload, and I'm going to click an image to upload. And if I go to Norwex, and I go to Facebook parties, cover photos, I have a lot of folders, and let's say I want to choose this one. And there it is. So there's my cover photo. You can also change your title text. If you want to change your font, you can play around with a lot of it. Font for anything, any questions. If you want to change all of the font, you can. You can change how big it is. You can change the color. I like to keep it as simple as possible. I don't want someone to come to my Google form and be like, whoa, this is crazy. So customize it how you want, make it fit you, but also keep in mind that your customer doesn't want to look at something that's super busy. They just are there to order. They want it to look clean and professional, and so just keep that in mind. You can change the background color of your form. I keep mine as just the generic. You can make that more fun if you'd like, and then you can also do page background. And I think you can change an image and all that. So you can play around with all that. Again, this saves as you go. So my cover photo is there, and if I click on View Live Form, then this is what it would look like as a customer. So that is that. Now, the other thing, we're pretty much done creating our Google form. I'm going to show you, how do I get rid of change theme? Okay. I'm going to show you a couple different things that you need to make sure you do. When you're done creating your form, you're going to click on View Responses. And View Responses takes you to your page, your spreadsheet that you will get each time someone submits a form. And what we want to do is we want to create a rule for Google to follow. So every time someone submits a form, you want to get an email. You don't want to wait. You don't want to have to look at it every time. So let me show you where I went. I'm on my Google form, and I clicked on View Responses. And you're going to come to Tool. You're going to come to Tools, and you're going to come to Notification Rules, and it says notify me at, and then my email address when a user submits a form. And then how do you want them to notify you? Do you want one daily email with all of the information for the day, or do you want an email right away? And I always choose email me right away when someone submits a form, and click Save. And there is your notification rule. And then you click Done. And then you can click out of this. So again, that's under View Responses, it's under Tools, and it's under Notification Rules. So that's it. You're ready to send your form. You're ready to use your form. When you share this form, you will never copy and paste this address. What you will do is you will come and click Send Form. So when you're ready to use the hyperlink in your Facebook parties or to send it out to a customer or anything, when you're ready to use this link to this form, you're going to click Send Form. And this is the link you can share, and I always click on Short URL, and that just shortens it a little bit. So then it's not so crazy long. I just like to share the short URL. And then you're going to click Edit, and I think Edit is off my screen, and Copy. And then you can paste it anywhere you'd like. You can also send this link in an email if you'd like to send it in an email. So you can choose. One thing to remember, if you ever make changes to your Google form, then you need to make sure, or if you not if you make changes, if you make a new copy of your Google form or you save it as something else. Like I made a Google form and then I wanted to save as and make a copy of it because I wanted to make some changes and I wanted it to, I can't remember what I wanted to do. Hopefully this isn't confusing. But just make sure that you are using the most current link to your Google form. If you make changes, it will update with that link, but if you would make a different form altogether, you obviously would come and create a different link. Okay? So that's pretty much it. There's nothing else really to it. If you need to edit things, you can. Like I edited that PayPal help text probably halfway through my 30-minute Facebook parties. After I was a couple in, I realized, okay, I need to add some things. So all I did was come here, came to my Google form, and I clicked on the little pencil, and then I can edit, and I click done. Again, this is your live form. And remember, you'll never give out this link. You'll never give out this link. You'll always share it with send form, share with this link, and you can also shorten it a little bit. If you have any questions, if you are in my downline and you're in our Facebook party, you can post the questions there. Or if you're on YouTube, you can find my contact information in the description, in the comments. So thank you so much. Have a great day.